Welcome back to the talk. I have a treat for you here today. This young man is Ethan Slaughter. Welcome, Ethan.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. He is a 17-year-old singer, songwriter, and an upcoming contestant on American Idol.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
exciting is that?
I still don't know what to say about it. Really, I just can't comprehend it. It's a blessing, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just heard you singing a few minutes ago, and that's a blessing. So at what point and what age did you know that you were musically talented?
Well, I thought I could sing my whole life. My grandpa, he would take me around singing at churches, and I just grew up in church singing is where it really...
Like Elvis.
It really came from, yeah. I like to compare myself to Elvis. That's pretty good. But about 2 or 3 years ago, I really started thinking about it professionally and found me a guitar. Well, I had my old guitar that I had when I was real little. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to learn something on this, and I'm going to see if I really can sing. So I hope I ain't going too far.
No, keep going. I want to hear this. YouTube, right?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to learn a song, so I asked my grandpa, so can you teach me a couple chords on there? And he taught me this old Merle Haggard song called The Day I Started Loving You Again. And that was the first song that he showed me. So I sung around with that and played with it a little bit, and I thought, all right, I think I need to get me a little bit better guitar so I can start learning some more chords and stuff.
So, Ethan, do you have a supportive family? I'm sure that I already know the answer to that, but tell our audience here.
Yes, a very, very supportive family. Big time.
You are here with your father and your grandfather, and your granddad was saying a few minutes ago that they strapped a mandolin on you when you were about 4 years old and took you from church to church, and you were like, praise the Lord, and you were just trying to spread the message and share your voice even at that age.
Yep, the Lord definitely had his hands on me, that being that small.
That's so sweet.
That's not only did my family raise me, but the Lord raised me.
That's right.
For sure.
I love that. I love that. So you have a supportive family, we know that. And tell me about some of your early influences. What musicians really set you on fire?
Well, it's hard to remember who came first, because once you get into all that classic music, it just kind of all ties together. But I'd have to say probably first would be Hank Williams Sr. And then it just kind of went from there, because I would ride around with my grandpa all the time, and we'd listen to that old music. So it was just, after that, it was just kind of, but there's just something about Hank Williams Sr., that moan in his voice, and it's different. He started really classic country, the hillbilly type classic country.
Well, Ethan, I have to say that if you don't win American Idol, something is wrong, because you've got the look, you've got the personality, you've got the talent, and you also write your own music, originals.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And you guys are going to get to hear I'll Moan the Blues, and before you even hear it, I got to tell you, you're going to become a fan. But Ethan, at 17 years old, how in the world did you come up with those deep lyrics and that, like you had a lifetime of tragedy and heartbreak?
Well, going back to the Hank Williams thing, I'd say where some of that has come from. Getting a lot of inspiration from the older songs.
Yeah.
About every old classic country song almost is about, getting heartsick over a woman. Or,
right.
Something along that. And I guess I kind of took it from that. And also, I'm pretty young, but I have had a couple girlfriends, so I've had a little bit of heartbreak. So I can relate to that.
So here's a loaded question. Are you currently single?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Ladies, he's taking applications. You can find him on Facebook and on Instagram.
Yep.
And I had asked you a few minutes ago if you're ready for all the fans. Like, we both watched the movie Elvis, you 3 times, and it's worth watching 3 times. So has any of that started happening yet? Has people started treating you different, girls?
A little bit on Facebook. I've noticed a lot of people's been sending me friend requests. Some people would call me and say, hey, you're getting around town with this thing. And And yeah, I can definitely tell something's happening.
Yeah, well, it's just the beginning,
I can't
I'm
wait.
sure. Will you share your journey from the point where you were going around to churches with your mandolin to the point where you began playing a little bit more seriously and writing your songs? To what took you to the American Idol auditions, which you've made it through 2 rounds, and you have been selected.
Yep.
So come February 2023, this man is going to be on American Idol. So tell us about that a little bit.
Well, I've been looking, just going through Facebook, and it would pop up the ad for the tryouts and everything. And I just kept scrolling past it, and I was like, no, I ain't gonna try out. But I thought, what's it gonna hurt? And I really want to take my music career a long ways and get up there pretty good in it. So I decided to put in all my information and try out. So the tryouts kind of went. It was like on a Zoom call. So I set up my phone and got in there, and there was a bunch of other people in there. And so what would happen is a producer would pull you out one by one, and they would audition you. So I got pulled out and auditioned, and the guy said that he thought I had a lot of talent, and he was going to send me to the next round, and they called that next round the winner's circle.
Ooh.
I know it sounds pretty big, no?
Yeah, it is pretty big.
So I got in there, and kind of the same thing. You had to wait, and the big head producer pulled me out, and I auditioned for her, and there were some other judges there with her on the phone, and I sang that old Merle Haggard song, Today I Started Loving You Again. And she wanted me, she seen, because on my wall I have a bunch of Elvis stuff.
Oh,
and she
so
seen
cool.
it behind me, and she said, well, I can tell you're a big fan of Elvis, so I have to see if you can sing some Elvis. So I sung her That's All Right. And she said, well, let me ask the judges, and they said yes. So they said, you're going to live shows. I had to get my own producer, so we talk every other week and about it. So I'm getting excited. It's coming up soon.
That is excited. Would it be crazy if I asked you to do just a little bit of That's All Right for Mama?
I can.
Just like a line or two. Let's do it.
Without the guitar?
Without the guitar.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with you. That's all right, Mama. Just any way you do, that's all right.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's not going to be long till the girls are just like on the movie Elvis. For those of you who haven't seen it, you should go, right?
Yes.
It's good.
It's worth it.
Well, how did the Gatlinburg thing start up? Because you get paid to go and perform in Gatlinburg.
Well, it's like a returning cycle of the online stuff. But I found a friend. I started talking to him. He does a bunch of old music. And he started telling me about it and how cool it was to go up there and sing. So he gave me the lady's contact information. And so I contacted her, and to come to find out, she had I think it's like a ranch farm that she has.
Cool.
And it was not too far from my house, so I went up there and I tried out and sung her a couple of songs, and she said I had the job. So
That is so cool.
it's pretty simple.
17, you're killing it already. So everybody, this again is Ethan Slaughter. He will be on American Idol in February of 2023, and I know that you're going to be seeing a whole lot more of him. Thank you, Ethan, for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.